Zentangle is a meditative art form that is a relaxing method of creating abstract art using structured patterns. It teaches and focuses on being mindful and present. Zentangle requires no artistic skills. Hello, I'm SANDHYA MANNE. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. And this channel we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post every Tuesdays and Fridays. Welcome to yet another Zentangle Mini Project. Today's focus tangle in our Focus Flight series is MI2 by CZT Mimi Lempot. MI2 is a beautiful organic tangle that has a lot of possibilities. In today's project, I am planning to use it as a mono tangle along with one other tangle as a filler to complete my tile today. So to get started, all you need is your white square tile, black pen, pencil and stub, and let's get to tangling. Okay, so today's session is our Focus Flight series, and today we are working with Tangle MI2. So MI2 is a very interesting and very versatile tangle. There's a lot of cool things we can do. It has a lot of possibilities and different variations can be created in that. So we are going to try something, so a different variation and a different attempt. So let's get started. I'm working on my white square tile and I'll be using my 01 black micron, a thicker pen, maybe a 08 black micron, and my pencil and stub. Okay, so these are my supplies. So let's get started. Our first step is we are going to create a border for this project. So I am going to start off with 4 dots on 4 corners and then join them like that, freehand. Notice I'm not making a straight line. So something like that, something crazy and fun. Okay, so that is my border, and now I'm not going to make any string. We are going to get started with MI2, and this will be a mono tangle, so we are only going to play with MI2 and create some fun variation. So I am going to start off with dots. Now MI2 can be done in a very organized grid base, wherein you make your dots. We start with the dots, so the dots are in a grid format. But for today's project, I wanted to go a little loose, so we are going to make our dots narrow here, but as it comes out, it's going to widen up. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with that. So I make 2 right there, and then leave a bit of a space and go slightly wider, and then my next one is going to be slightly wider, okay, so there it is, all done. Now I am going to make my next set of dots. So here this is going out of the border, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then maybe here, one there. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this on the other side as well. So let's keep it this way so it's easier for me to work. Okay, so again this is going to be out of the border, which is okay, but okay, so that's how my dots go. So you can see that it's kind of narrow here, but as it comes out it is going wider. Okay, so now let's connect these dots. So MI2 is a very fun tangle. So you start like this, and then you change your direction and you go like that, Now I'm going to change my direction, so I'm going to start on this line, go out like that, start on this line, go out like that. Notice we're not really connecting the dots, but we are using the dots as a position to land and take off. Okay, so don't worry about all this, we will come back and fix them. Okay, so now since this line is going out like that, the one opposite to that is also going to go out like that. Now because this was going in, this is also going to go in. So again we are going to keep alternating between the direction of these curves. Okay, so now I go back and kind of pull it out like that. Okay, and I am pretending to kind of give it a finish. I'm just making a almond shape there. Okay, so let's go ahead and work with these lines, like finish all the lines. So now so here I don't have any dots, so I'm just going to start working with these 4 dots here. Now because this is facing in, I am going to make a line that's facing in. Now I'm going to do the opposite and then the opposite of that. Okay, so here again we're just pretending, because this is opening up like this, we are just pretending to be like that just to give it a finish. Okay, so again I'll just quickly go back and just give it a finish like that. Okay, so now let's do it on this side. So again this side, because this is going this way, we're going to start with our line facing out. Now this is facing in. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Micron Pen and just quickly go back and fill these eye shapes or the almond shapes. So here it is all done and it looks really interesting. So our next step is to aura these lines. So here's what we are going to do. Go ahead and just aura. Okay, so I'm just going to finish all this direction and then come back to the other direction. So we have to do this side as well. So if you're someone who likes to kind of work, like finish this section and then move on to the other section, you can go ahead and do that. But I kind of like to finish one direction and then move on to the other direction. It kind of makes it easier for me, but in terms of my hand movement. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing for the opposite direction. So I'm just going to turn my tile so it's easier for me to work. So here it is all done. Now I am going to go ahead and give another aura. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. So I'm going to make this slightly wider, like that. Okay, so go ahead and make yours slightly wider, okay, like that. And then of course we're going to repeat this for the other direction as well. So take your time to do that. Here it is all done. Notice how, because I didn't have much space here to make both, I've just gone behind what was already there. So here as well I've just gone behind. So that's going to happen because our dots are much closer here, and then this was much wider, so we are going to have that kind of a finish. So okay, now our next step is to kind of make lines like this. So we can either make lines or circles, so this can be done in different ways. Okay, so I would go ahead and do this for all of my aura lines that we just created right now. So I'm going to stop right there, and I wanted to show you guys what is the next step. So the next step is we are going to add black in these lines alternating, so it's going to be black and white, black and white. Like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one as well. Okay, so we are going to add black alternating in these aura lines that we created. So take your time to do this, it's really fun. And okay, so here it is all done. Now I am going to make a diamond like this, and like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this here and here as well. I just missed that one. Okay, so now we are going to make a tiny diamond here, and diamond here. So it is going all the way out, but not really touching anything. Okay, so like that. Let's go ahead and do this for all of these gaps here. So like that. Okay. Okay. So The next thing that I'm going to do is just pull this out like that, just connect it. So this kind of gives a coffered look. Okay, so I'm just making sure everything is connected. Okay, so I have them all connected like that. So you can do different things here in this spaces, but I'm going to start off with a nice big circle in the center and then keep adding more finer circles that goes like this. So I'm going to basically fill this entire space with circles like that, nice and tightly packed. So again, I start off with a nice big one. Okay, so I'm changing the sizes of my circles. So I have some big, some small, so that makes it look more interesting instead of having them all in the same size. So with that, now let's go ahead and fill the rest of it. So now I am going to have my pencil right next to this line, right at the edge, like this. Okay. And I am going to blend this. I'll make sure that my center is wide. I'm not going to go all the way in, but just that much. To see how this creates some lines. Okay, so here it is all done. You see how lovely it looks. The shading creates such dimensions that you can actually see this going under the bridge of the other MI2. So there it is all done. Now it's time to finish with the initials or signature. So I am going to put on my full signature here. Okay. And now let's journal this. So this is, today's date is 30th November 2020, and this is YouTube Focusrite series, and we did a mono tangle of the Tangle MI2, and we used Tipple to fill in. That is pretty much a mono tangle. Okay, so there you go. Hope you had fun on this project with me. I would love to see your creations. So head on to our Facebook group Zenbeez, where all the after party fun happens. Share your works there and check out the creations by other Zenbeez. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at SANDHYA MANNE or hashtag Tangle with Sandhya, so I get to see your lovely works there. And I do stop by to comment. A quick note, these projects and these videos are for your personal use, and no part of these can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, email me to get information about my group classes or to schedule your private sessions. Slots for the month of November are now open. And I do a Facebook Live every Friday at 10 a.m. India time on my Facebook page, SANDHYA MANNE Studio. So do join me on my Facebook page and let's tangle together real time. Now it's time to comment, so please comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post every Tuesdays and Fridays. And if you really enjoyed this project, then please do like and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps me more than you know, and that is all I ask from you. So I will see you next on Tuesday in our Spring Safari series. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.